Here we go, waiting for Lightclrbo or Nicklas to join. Maybe I should actually call him Lightclrbo here because that's his on-screen name, not Nicklas. Lightclrbo, if we go by Norwegian standards. Right, still waiting for Lightclrbo to join here, but once he's in, we'll have the first match up and running. So I just saw Mr. Lightclrbo booting up the game, so we'll have it on the way very soon. Alright guys, lobby is filled up, means they will be launching soon. They even picked their colors now. Lightclrbo likes his purple here. You can see from the ratings that these guys are no joke. Wow, Erikur is actually 1700 plus. So he's very much up there. Good candidate to win the whole thing. So rank 318 in the world for Erikur here, and Lightclrbo at 1249. So pretty highly rated players here, these guys. You also see that Lightclrbo plays a lot of team games more than Erikur on the numbers, so he's definitely a solid team player as well. And they're live. Alright, let's see here, let's launch. First game, always Arabia. And it's Erikur as Vikings and Lightclrbo as Mayans here. We've seen Erikur pick Vikings with luck on Arabia before. He's made good use of the Viking eco bonus, and hold on, let me just add the save command here. So in Desert Cup, the first game is always Arabia, and all the other six or seven maps are also Arabia-like in style. They're pretty dry, desert-y, and the Erikur has got a dream map here. Back gold, back stone, hunt safely in the back here. Boar lame is not allowed, but sheep laming and even deer laming, if you can pull it off, it's allowed. But this is just a dream to wall for a Viking player, and he should be able to secure an easy Vikings boom here. Whereas Lightclrbo on the other side here, he has so much more wider area. I would almost consider a re here compared to Erikur's place, but he does have a back secondary gold here, so it's not too well off, but the wall off is just going to be so much tougher for Lightclrbo here. These Mayans, it's quite possible that we won't see too much early aggression here. Or we'll see some infantry openings, like both civs are likely to go men at arms into archers or even a drush. Both viable options for both civs here, because we want to delay your opponent. So Lightclrbo about to send his fourth villager here to wood, certainly indicative of some kind of infantry into archers opening. Both civs strong eco, strong archer civs, so Viking eco certainly can support production in the long run with the 3 wheelbarrow, 3 handcart as they age up. But Mayans on the other hand have cheaper archers, so they will potentially be able to outproduce their opponent if they have the same amount of archery ranges. So let me put up the villager stats here. They're dead even, which is to be expected, I guess. Mayans of course, usually take loom at the start because they start with one extra villager. And both players looks to be able to... I think Erikur will be a little bit housed here actually. Or maybe he saves it just in time. He's housed for a few seconds there, no big deal. But that certainly puts him slightly behind. He could risk being a few seconds slower to the next stage if they were going for some similar tactics here. Lightclrbo has been pushing in deer. I assume this goes for Erikur on the side as well, so their ecos should be pretty similar here. Yeah, that's the loom in there, but there, yeah. Really even start so far. Lightclrbo with a slight villager lead because of Erikur's idle time being housed. On the other hand, Lightclrbo's houses aren't really providing much walls, so he might be going for the early aggression here instead of trying to full wall early, as a Mayan player would usually do if possible, because they really thrive from late feudage onwards with their cheaper archers and eagles to raid or whatnot, but it remains to be seen what happens here. He's eating his second war now. I would expect both players to, if they're going for men at arms like this, to click up at 21 and 22 pop. And yeah, again, their ecos are pretty similar. Let's see if they have been scouting their enemies. So Lightclrbo has found Erikur here. He has some intel in space. He will maybe suspect that his opponent will wall off early. It's already begun, but here's the barracks going up for the Vikings player here. And no barracks for Lightclrbo yet, actually. So I don't think a greedy fast castle style play here would be beneficial. But he might be going for the straight archers play here. He's dropping a second lumber camp. He's probably going to send a few to gold before he clicks up. Seems very risky because now we'll have an infantry forward from Erikur. He's getting gold now, means he will probably be clicking up to the next stage very soon. And then he's going with 2 on gold, so it's very likely to be a man-at-arms opening here. Whereas Lightclrbo clicking up 22 pop, but he has not dropped any barracks, so he must be a straight archer's build here from him. Maybe not too bad considering that Erikur is going for the infantry opening here. Lightclrbo has scouted the barracks. He knows what's coming, which means with their similar out times, Lightclrbo should be able to have archers out in time to easily defend against an infantry horde. Look at even preemptive walling here, just to make sure the infantry has to walk by the TC to get to his core resources. Gold might be subject to infantry attack here, but then again, it's only a few crit walls away to keep them off his gold here. So I think Lightclrbo will be fine. You see the non-idle time paying off for Lightclrbo here as well. He has a few percentage lead, but here's the scout. I don't think that was there's somewhat unnecessary loss of HP here from the scout, but he also delays Erikur's forward a little bit here. Let's see what Erikur's scouting is on this side here. Well, he knows about the berries, but he also knows the TC has to be here, so he can't really hit the berries here. That's just not an option because it's wall on this. Well, this villager is outside actually, so if Erikur should choose to go there, he's taking men at arms now. He could. The build is being pulled away, but here 2 archer ranges dropped straight away. It's probably closed on this side as well. It's a bit hard to tell here right now, but men at arms will need to run all the way over. They could be able to get to the wood line somehow here, but I think Lightclrbo will simply just quick wall them out. But if Erikur sees this fill or this fill, okay, he chooses not to engage here. Still being a bit annoying, forcing some wood into quick walls here. Let's see if, but that's no issue for the lion player here. He can still easily support multiple range archery production, and this could actually buy Erikur a solid lead here. Lightclrbo a solid lead here. I mean, Erikur is beginning his wall off. So while it's annoying and forcing Lightclrbo to clean up the forward here, he has time to make his walls inside here. He's dropping the archer range now. Actually, maybe a bit late for a man at arms into archer's build. But the main priority should still be to get the walls up and get your eco running. And I think I prefer Vikings here. Yeah, you might be right. Feels a bit greedy of Lightclrbo to go straight archers to ranges here, but then again it's also much easier to fend off the infantry forward here. You really should send some archers, there they are, but they don't have fletching, so the men at arms could still run close to them and use an hammer to steal some idle time here for Lightclrbo, but he keeps the villager lead. And no fletching, but 4 archers, and I think Erikur just needs to bail here. Now it's using scout, getting some intel on the sides as well. Maybe wants to know about the neutral resources. Lightclrbo chooses to clean up these men at arms just to avoid any further idle time from their forward here. It could be annoying to have them around. He will take some damage to his archers, but then again, Mayan archers are cheap, and Lightclrbo is continuing the production here. And I think it's still only 1 range for Erikur at home. He's adding his 2nd range now, but he is getting fletching. He will be the first to have fletching, if I'm not mistaken here. No blacksmith for Lightclrbo yet. What's his eco situation like? He is dropping a blacksmith now, and he will be able to afford easily the fletching right away. 7 archers going forward. That's more military than Erikur at the moment. He has been on 1 range for now. I think he didn't make any skirms just yet. Yeah, he added 1 skirm, which certainly helped out a lot. He's finishing the walls here. I don't think Lightclrbo could get in here, but I don't think he's going to prioritize running all the way around. He can't hit this wood line, I think. He could hit some of these builders though and stop the gate from finishing here. But he loops around and now also wants to take out Erikur's scout here. Actually, I think he found a hole here, because here the Lightclrbo scout went straight in, and Erikur will probably notice this and go straight to... Where did this guy get in? Maybe it was before the... Right, good forward here for Lightclrbo. Erikur barely saves a 1 HP villager here, good job. And I bet Lightclrbo hasn't scouted the bottom side here, because he assumes there's a full woodline here. But if he did send them in here, he would have noticed that. He is in fact open. This eagle will go down here. That's a bit of an unfortunate loss, but he is outnumbering his opponent here. And well, strong matchup. Vikings with a free handcart, their ecos. Let's toggle that a bit here. We see Erikur still has a stronger food and wood eco. I bet he has more farms as well. But then the army numbers. The real counts are dead even, but Erikur is lagging slightly behind in army here for now, but he has 2 ranges on his own, so if he can preserve his own numbers and pick off some of the Lightclrbo says here should be in a decent spot still. And yeah, we see Lightclrbo walling off his base kind of here as well, walling towards his TC just to save resources. He's open in the back, but he's now also walling the back here. I guess that's viable wood-wise. We want to save wood for more archers here, but I think I would have preferred out to the sides on both sides actually. Even if that means sending the villagers further away, you would secure the whole area here. So now it's 16 archers and some more coming in, a few skirms from Lightclrbo as well. And he's, of course, he has fletching by now, but no armor on them for now. So Lightclrbo leading in numbers for now. He has 6 more. And eco-wise, we'll see Erikur kicking up first. He just did actually. So this is a great fight for Lightclrbo to take now. He needs to take out lots of numbers now. He may or may not have noticed that Erikur has ticked up, but he's taking a fantastic fight here now. Removing quite a few of Erikur's numbers, which will be crossbows way before Lightclrbo can get there. He is not too far away from picking up, but unless he has a market... Okay, Lightclrbo is losing numbers as well. But he still has the military lead, and remember, mines have cheaper archers, so he can more easily replenish the numbers here, after all. So pulls back, but he takes the hill. I think he's focusing archers, so I would maybe try to focus on skirms here, but of course now again it's easier to take out archers. It's now even military here, but I think Lightclrbo is still doing a great job here, considering it is 60% castle. Lightclrbo should be clicking up soon, I assume. I think he's using... No, he doesn't have a market yet, so he can't market abuse. But he's only 200 food away, he should be fine here. He has plenty of farms working for him here. He's also full walling his base, so that means less places for Erikur to hit. Like archers can still reach the woodline and golds here, and Lightclrbo only with this main gold here secured actually. Both of these other golds are to the sides, so that could be an issue. But you see from the numbers, Lightclrbo still in the military lead here. You have to attribute that a bit to why in cheaper archers, but great fights he's taking out. Yeah, it's actually his KD is negative, but he still took a nice. Yeah, I don't love these walls. You know, look at the put a wall here and there, and there's just even less resources spent, I think. So let's see. Crossbow is actually in for Erikur now. Cast stage 50% Lightclrbo. This could be ugly because these palisades are easily broken by crossbows. Did he get Bodkin as well? Yeah, it's Bodkin now. Now he outranges Lightclrbo here. This is could be bad news for Lightclrbo now. Even with skirms added, it's field age skirms against cast stage crossbows with Bodkin arrow. So even with the numbers advantage here, he is forced to take some not too great fights here. Still keeping the numbers advantage here, taking, I guess, decent pickoffs here, is focusing the skirms, but he is vulnerable to the extra range that Erikur has here, and well, it keeps quite a few numbers here before cast stage kicks in, so it's not too bad after all. Erikur now securing his side goal here with a... I feel like Lightclrbo should back off now. He does, and he will take crossbow, of course. He's even taking elite skirm. So that's my Nico for you guys. You could afford both of these with this later age up here. I could point out as well that at the moment there's around 200 elo gap between these guys. Erikur is 1700 plus, and Lightclrbo, he is in the 1500 range. So I think Lightclrbo is doing a great job here, taking fantastic fights. And upgrades should be kicking in any moment here. Even getting the second armor upgrade for what is good massive skirms here now. Now we should be able to take very good engagements against the crossbow numbers that Erikur has here now. But let's switch to Erikur's eco for a moment. He does have a lot stronger eco here, although food and gold based. It almost looks like he's going for an early imp here, but I think that might just be coincidental that Viking eco is kicking in. But you never know. Arbalest would certainly change the game here if you could get them early, because like Kovos. Yeah, let's pay a bit of attention to Erikur's eco here. He's very close. He is on the 3 TC boom, isn't he? No, he's adding his... Is he only on 2? I think he's only on 2 TCs here. So Lightclrbo has been taking the good fights here, all the way around, but then again the Erikur with Spear Eco, and he's actually clicking imp now at 727 units. That's Viking Eco for you guys. So again, Lightclrbo needs to fight force some good fights now before Erikur can get imp in. These guys will be our list, but lots of elite skirm now with full upgrades as far as I know. So he's picking off a few numbers. Any because he can get is great here. It's 3 ranges for Erikur now. Still only 2 for Lightclrbo. But Lightclrbo is also adding more crossbows, and he's adding another range. But gold-wise is very far off from clicking up himself. He doesn't have a lot of crossbows though, he has mainly skirms. Maybe he wants to add... Maybe we should consider adding more elite skirms as well, actually. But he doesn't really have the wood eco to support it. Oh, no, now a forward from Erikur here. Even before he kicks in, he picks off a few builders from the stone here. So a defensive castle is out of the question for Lightclrbo for now. He's really cramped in his space here, unfortunately. I think he's done a good job, but it would have been so easy to secure more area for himself still. I can just remove the camera, it's fine. Where's the... Didn't realize it was covering action here. Thanks for notifying Guildards, it's certainly good to see the numbers. So, kicking in Imp now, getting ballistics right before Imp. And can he afford the castle, so he's getting close? Whoa! Yeah. Lightclrbo, being still far from clicking Imperial, he realizes this is game changing. And even though he took great fights, has the same builder count, you just can't fight Ambassador of Arbalest and soon to become a castle from the Vikings here. So very patient playing from Erikur here, taking some, not a great fight, but since he lost a lot of numbers, but his first Imperial by far, and that power spike will only grow as it goes, especially with the Viking eco. GG. And the score, it's not too dissimilar here. Lightclrbo has to be said. Let's just hover over the ratings again here. So 1535 for Lightclrbo at the moment. He's also been on holidays, but he's just got back. But 1777 for Erikur, so I think Lightclrbo put up a good show here. KD pretty similar as well. And as we all know, Mayans are strong on Arabia. They have a very strong eco as well. So maybe it wasn't over yet, but I think Lightclrbo was a little bit demotivated by being picking in that early for his opponent. Yeah, impact 30 minutes for Vikings there. Uptime somewhat similar otherwise. Viking a bit earlier. Erikur did go only one range, so he saved a bit of resources with the less army and more eco. But will I have to consider that Mayans bring in more resources as well. So that's it. Okay, it looks like Sahara is the next map. I'm gonna just add a quick command for the home map meanwhile, while we wait. I'll just keep refreshing as well, just to see if they are launching meanwhile. I think because he invested so heavily into both skirms and cross-postulates in time, yeah, skirms, that amount of skirms certainly takes a lot of both the wood and food eco. Oh, they might have launched, sorry. Yeah, looks like they're live. We have Sahara. I'm just gonna take a quick moment to add the saves command again for facility. So we have Sahara. This is Lightclrbo's home map. And we have Franks versus Berbers. Sahara is the map with lots of hills, but we actually have a cav combo here. And Lightclrbo with Berbers actually hard countering kind of the Franks here, because he has cheaper cav and great camels. So we'll have to see how it played out. I think it's a nice pick by Lightclrbo here with Berbers, and well, I'd say they both have pretty open maps this time around. Back stone for Erikur, could be nice for Franks for defensive castle, but then back-ish, main gold, stone and gold for Lightclrbo on this side. Maybe we could favor Lightclrbo's map a bit more this time around. Hold on, need to update the score as well. Very good one. So obviously just scouting the home bases for now. Sahara is pretty open, but then again, I think it was Andy playing Cumans on this map, and he managed to full wall and get the Cuman boom going and had some really good games on Sahara with Cumans. So I'd say both Cab and Archer Sips can work here, but then the heals certainly favor Archer play, that has to be said. Yeah, the resource situation for Erikur is not ideal here. His third gold is even way off on the side here. So I don't think we'll see a full wall off from either player here, no, at least not early on. But maybe they will find other ways to somehow secure their core resources here. So there's 3 on wood for Erikur here, suggesting a scout's opening. Lightclrbo has 4, but still would probably make sense for Berbers to go scouts as well. They are captive, so. The Ghost Sahar was actually Knutan's home map, so that was our third or fourth match. I think it was the third match. He played Saracens and I played Khmer for that one. I had never played Sahara before, so I didn't really know what to do.
Azul.
So Erikur going heavy on food here for berries. We know the Franks have a berry harvesting bonus as well, so his food count should potentially be higher already. He also has 3 more on food than Lightclrbo does, so looks like we will see a 20 pop with Loom Scouts opening here. And now his scouting is open. He sees no, he actually doesn't see that the bears are forward, but surely he must be seeing. Oh, he could snipe this walling builder. Yeah, sure. You're right, the Ghost. Our first map was Franks versus Berbers on Arabia.
Okay.
And I won. So Lightclrbo trying some shenanigans on the other side here, but he loses his scout to the TC. I think he may have tried to get some value and get sheep killed, but didn't work out for him. So that's really bad news for Lightclrbo here, losing his scout actually. That puts him down 1 scout for the fight against already stronger Frank scouts, if he is indeed going for scouts himself. And yeah, walling in his weak villager here, so at least he saves this woman for now, but Erikur's scout is just hovering around ready to snipe her when she is released from her pen here. Looks like she's in jail. Woman, get out! Anyway, Lightclrbo walling off again. I guess he's taking the safest approach here, tries to not spend too much wood here. He's securing his woodlines, I would say, here, and then he's probably gonna wall towards his TSC if needed. He's going to gold, so I wonder what kind of opening he needs to do here. Look at Erikur's scout now. He probably even heard these palisades going down or something now, and he wants to hunt this weak villager, but he can't run too close to the TC. But Feudal Age is in for Erikur, and Lightclrbo isn't even up yet, so this could be really bad news here. And Lightclrbo has to devote very heavily into walling now for his walls to go up, and he will be harassed with 1 scout here. Maybe Erikur will send his scouts straight forward right away. If Erikur can deny these walls somehow with his scouts play, this could be devastating for Lightclrbo. Yeah, so just some easy annoyment here. Lightclrbo knows he needs to commit really. Look at the scout placement here. He's just doing everything he can to stop these walls from going up, and I think he will succeed because now his second scout is coming forward. But Lightclrbo, I think he will get his walls up now, but look at the idle time, and well, Lightclrbo with the actual villager lead for now, but GG is called. It's Yeah, Lightclrbo's play didn't work out, unfortunately. He's had too much idle time, his walls were going up too late, and real quick Sahara game here, unfortunately. I think he might have let this go too early here, but then again, his map was, maybe he expected his map to be more easily walled here so that he could safely boom up and get to gas station quicker and get the camels out. But yeah, very nice scouts forward from Erikur here and brings it to 2-0 for Erikur here. And Erikur will be the one advancing to the semi-finals. I think Lightclrbo could prioritize trying to get up earlier and rather get to village, get some spears out, and then move forward because his opponent also has another left. But he did lose his scout to Erikur's TC that puts him at an immediate disadvantage against the enemy scouts because he will be outnumbered and out HP'd. So very quick game here. What was the time? It ended on 11:49 actually. So wish we would have had more games in the sets here, but it's a best of 3 and it's Erikur safely advancing to the semi-finals here. Alright then, I think I'll call the stream at that. Thank you guys for watching, and it's Tuesday, so there will likely be some team games now in the Age of Empires Norway Discord, so let's play, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll be back with more Desert Cup some other time. Raid, okay. Who should we raid? Who is live now? Let's see. Raid! Who are we raiding? Okay, I know who we are raiding. That's the problem opening in Twitch front page. You get some random people.